Alrighty, we're off to a bit of a late start at the moment. It is currently, bloody hell, now 10 to 8. So we've definitely missed the morning bite. So this should be interesting. We're just gonna go out for a quick troll. We've got the trolling rod. And the other one over here. Go see if there's anything out around your island. Yeah, if not, we'll just come back in and fish inside the harbour. Try and get some flathead or some brim, something like that. If we're lucky, hopefully a kingfish or a dewey. But yeah, I know people are always like, but you can't fish for deweys in the daytime, only at night time. It's not the case. I've seen plenty of dews being caught during the day. But yeah, it's a pearler of a morning. Can't tell where we are. We're in Port Kembla harbour. We're just going to head out around the islands at the front. Anyway, hold tight, we'll get out there. Alright, so right here we've hooked on to 2 kingfish. The sound quality was pretty bad, so you can't really hear anything I'm saying. But as you can see right here, the camera is falling a bit, and I didn't realize until this point here. So fixing up the camera, and by this stage I've pulled in the first fish and you didn't get to see that, so I do apologise. And I'm currently trying to pull in the second fish. The first one was a kingfish. It's currently sitting on the boat floor. But yeah, I do apologise for the bad sound quality. I was in pretty close to the rocks at this point, and I was pretty much using the outboard to keep me away from the rocks. And yeah, being an older boat, it's just a bit rattly. The kingfish is making some pretty good little runs. I'm only using my light set up here. It's I think 20-pound braid with a 20-pound leader. And as you see in a minute, the kingfish reaches the bottom and unfortunately busts me off. That sun's probably in the worst possible position. And there you go. The king is gone. Took the lure, bust me on the bottom. Okay, so I really apologise for the bad sound quality again, but at this point I'm just saying that we've been trolling for about another half an hour, 45 minutes and haven't caught nothing. So we're heading back into the harbour and trying to find some live bait to try and get some kingfish. I'm just saying here that I'm using these little jigs. It's just a live bait jig that we use to catch live bait. Just pulling up to the spot where I want to get some live bait. It's basically just in front of the southern breakwall at Port Kembla harbour. Always remember to keep your hydration up on the water, guys. It's very important. Almost at the area where I want to go get some live bait. So I was just looking on the sounder for basically, it looks like fluff on the sounder. It's pretty much just showing a whole heap of bait on the bottom. Just before I pulled up, I was just sounding around looking for where it gets thicker, like where the fluff gets thicker. Found where they are, so I just dropped down the bait jig. Drop it all the way down to the bottom, wind it up a tiny bit so it doesn't get snagged on the bottom, and just sit it down there and just jig it around a bit. Basically just jig it around, keep it down there. You would definitely feel when something grabs it. It's just like a normal fish. There you are, hooked onto one there. And there we have a little yakka, also known as yellowtail. Just throwing inside my live bait tank. Just dropping down again, try and get some more. Once again, just drop it down to the bottom. Wait till it hits the bottom and wind it up a little bit. So at this point I was actually hooked onto a salmon, which is very surprising because those live bait jigs have very small hooks. I actually lose this salmon while trying to net it. The live bait jig's a very light line, so yeah, just putting that extra stress in the line while trying to get into the net just broke the line. That was the point where we just seen that it was a salmon, and I try and net it. And goodbye salmon. And it took half my jig with it. Basically just saying here that we're going to go inside the harbour and fish for some kingfish now.
Check and see if it's still on. Because, yeah, he is. Just doesn't feel very, much movement. Yeah, it's back down the bottom. Couple of lines up. Might stick him in the rod holder, eh? We just had the live bait down in this bucket. We've got like an aerator pump. Just pump some air into the water, keeps them alive. Nothing in there now because we only got the one. But I've just got to tie another sinker onto that live bait jig. This yakka gets eaten. Alright guys, we're on to a fish. That live bait just got taken. Don't know what it is yet. Oh, I've got a kingfish. Go a little bit. Anyway, we'll stop mucking around, we'll bring it in and I'll give you a look. Doesn't like doing that. I'll give up, mate. Nice little kingfish. Day we've had, but yeah, obviously we can always do better. We ended up getting the 2 kingfish and we almost got that salmon on the live bait jig, but yeah, didn't end up getting that in the boat. Yeah, just calling it early today. Gonna go help the missus, do a couple of things. Yeah, just cleaning the boat at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, if you like what we're doing, just don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Cheers.